Hello to everyone. Welcome for those who joined us for another fantastic talk. Right now we will talk about all in AI and how it does change the organization in manufacturing and supply. And for that, please welcome the head of Global Strategy Launch and Operational Excellence at Manufacturing and Supply at Sanofi, Franck Leroux. Hello
Good
again.
afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, Christina. Very happy to be with you to talk about AI in manufacturing and supply in Sanofi.
Indeed, and we're very happy to have you. Let's start probably with an important topic, the purpose of Sanofi. I heard that you have redefined the purpose. Tell us a few words about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So we decided to enrich a little bit the purpose, of Sanofi. So of course, it's our role in Sanofi, but this is true as well for the entire biopharma industry to improve people's lives, and I would even say the public health. And I want to insist as well on the miracles of science that are made possible by our R&D-driven company, of course.
That's great. And what is the role of AI within all this purpose?
Yeah, so AI is clearly a new field for all of us, but it has been a new field for Sanofi as well. You know, we say quite often that human will be replaced by human, stimulated, challenged, advised by AI. And we decided to deploy AI at scale in Sanofi. And our first decision actually was to develop a company agent named Concierge. And I propose to hear Concierge, which will talk about the purpose of Sanofi.
Our ambition is to become the first pharma company powered by artificial intelligence, giving our people tools and technologies that focus on insights and allow them to make better everyday decisions.
So from the voice I hear, which I like actually, we will hear this voice through our presentation as an agent, let's put it like that. So tell us, what does it mean exactly in manufacturing and supply?
Yeah, the agent is my friend, actually. You know, we partner with the agent on a daily basis. So you heard the agent a bit briefly, you know, that so we want to develop tools, you know, and processes with AI, which will allow us to speed up the launches, the supply, and the decision making in M&S. This is really a great element for all of us. But I don't want to talk about AI, I would say, with only the technologies. I propose you to, talk about a concrete case to navigate actually across manufacturing and supply. You see two people here on the screen. Let's imagine that you have one person from R&D and one person from the commercial operations, and actually they discuss about a new product that we want to launch. And the results have been absolutely outstanding. And R&D and ComOps would like us, to launch as quickly as possible this new product in two countries. We could say the US, China, for instance. This is a kind of challenge that we love in M&S.
Did you catch that?
Oops.
Nexus.
Sorry.
That's okay, no pressure. You can actually, I know you love challenges, haven't you? What type of challenges are we talking about?
Yeah, so actually we love challenges, as you said. Our role, our duty is really to make sure that we will launch the new product on time and that afterwards we will ensure a vertical ramp up.
What's a vertical ramp up exactly?
Yeah, so actually, we want to treat as many patients as possible, as quickly as possible. Generally, for a new drug, you need a few years to reach what we call the peak patients. But in case of a non-met medical need, great drug or a great vaccine, this is our duty to deliver as many doses as possible.
And let's check what the agent is saying, actually.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you catch that? Nexus, the study targeting the new indications, is showing remarkable results.
Yes, they really are. In fact, they were so strong that the health authorities in 2 different countries decided to approve our submission earlier than expected.
That's a fantastic news. Now, let's make sure our colleagues from M&S can deliver the product to patients on time, in full, and with the right quality.
Yeah, so our duty is really to make that happen, right? And the first step for all of us when you want to launch a new product is to analyze, what we have, in our warehouses, what we have in our plants, what is the status of our inventories. And actually, I was talking about the company agent, concierge, that you heard. But actually, we have another agent, which is the inventory optimizer agent. And so we ask some questions to our friend, our partner, our agent, just to see whether we have enough inventories in our warehouses. So I propose to hear as well this agent.
The inventory optimizer simulated multiple supply scenarios. The fastest way to increase stock and supply the patients in those two countries has been selected. We have enough active ingredient thanks to the good performance in our Modulus facility, but we need to expand our vial filling capacity.
Well, it's quite impressive and very interesting that you have a conversational exchange, basically, with the...
Yeah, and even a conversation, because here you heard, the agent told us that apparently we have enough active ingredient, so meaning what we call the drug substance, so the vaccine, the drug, whatever. We have enough active ingredient, but the agent considers that we don't have enough filling capacities afterwards. So I propose to navigate across, the manufacturing and supply network, and let's start with what we do, upstream for the active ingredient. You have here on the screen the Modulus facility that we've just inaugurated in Neuville, in France. And this is the kind of facility which does produce the active ingredients for the new launches. And actually, I propose to hear the agent, which will tell us why we do consider that we have enough active ingredient, thanks to the performance in this facility.
Well, in Modulus, thanks to Simply, our tool AI-enabled, we analyzed the main process parameters and improved the yield by 10%. For the active ingredient, our process robustness is fully under control.
And after this production of an active ingredient, what happens?
Yeah, so we talk about the filling operations, actually. So you use the active ingredient, and you will put this medicine or this vaccine in vials, in syringes. You will place afterwards those fill containers, vials, syringes in boxes. And then afterwards, you will test and release, those batches, which will be supplied everywhere in the world. So this is really the process that we do apply in Sanofi and in the entire biopharma industry.
And let's hear what the agent is saying about filling performance in the daily production.
Yeah, absolutely. And here on the screen, you see a picture of vials. And actually, same thing. So you have many production units everywhere in the world which fill those vials, and we monitor the performance. And thanks to the agent, we try to identify how we could boost the overall equipment efficiency. In other words, how much could we deliver, at the speed of light? Let's listen to the agent.
Well, we've already made solid progress. With the support of McLaren, we've boosted our overall equipment efficiency by 12%. In practical terms, that means 12% more effective production time on our lines every day. I could say we are now in pole position for the efficiency.
So I can see a car, and you mentioned, the agent mentioned McLaren. What on earth is McLaren, a racing company, doing with Sanofi? Tell us a few words about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I'm pretty sure that you saw the car, right? 3 years ago, we decided to start a partnership with McLaren. And actually, there were two main goals in this partnership. The first one, McLaren helped us to better leverage the data that we had. This is what they do, actually, each and every weekend when they have races. They analyze the data and they try to take the best decision. So they helped us to, analyze those data to take the good decisions. And the second element that we decided to do, actually, in Sanofi, we created a kind of championship, like a Formula One championship across, the manufacturing units, in order to see, what is the best filling line, packaging line, what is the best site, and then we give some awards each and every quarter. It creates an emulation across the network in order to reach the best-in-class performance. So this is really the purpose of the partnership with McLaren.
And how can it accelerate delivery performance? I think the agent can help us, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure, the agent will propose us something, on top to boost the performance.
Yes, I'm confident.
Thank you.
With DVSM, our digital value stream mapping tool for supply chain, we saw that we could reduce the lead time from production start to shipment readiness by 20%. That means more products delivered faster to patients without compromising quality.
Well, I hope it doesn't compromise quality, actually, does it?
No, absolutely. Quality, is a must-do for all of us. That's true for Sanofi. It's true for the entire biopharma industry. But this is true that, we can optimize the way, we ensure the quality steps. And you will see an example in 1 minute. One element that I would like to precise, as we said, we went through the production units of Sanofi. We heard modulus for the active ingredients. We boosted, the yield. So the number of doses in each and every batch, thanks to the Simply tool. Then we talked about filling with the overall equipment efficiency, how many filled units, vials, containers we can produce in each and every line. So the objective is really to produce more. But here, thanks to DVSM, the objective is to accelerate the flow and to deliver those doses as quickly as possible. And this is true that quality plays a big role, particularly for deviation management and testing. And this is what, the agent will tell us right now.
As your AI assistant, I recommend starting by reducing production deviations. They are the primary source of delays. I also suggest streamlining mandatory quality controls to accelerate release times. Those times are 30% above best in class. Moreover, I strongly advise opening a second production line to deliver this unexpected demand. This would significantly enhance supply resilience.
Hey, agent, you're a nice guy, huh? But it's not that easy. So you heard what our agent partner said. So apparently, regarding testing, so we are 30% above best in class. So we take too much time. So we need to work on it. That's the advice, of the agent. And afterwards, you heard that apparently our capacities are not sufficient to deliver the doses expected by the commercial operations. And I don't know if you heard, but we need to validate another line, another filling line, which is long and complex.
Well, talking about that, how long do you think it takes to replicate one product to another site? Would you say 3 months? How many people would say 3 months? How many people would say 6 months? Please raise your hands. 6 months? 12 months? There's lottery tonight. 24 months? Okay, there's at least one person. So what's the result, Frank?
The result is 24 months.
24 months. So that's quite a long indeed, yeah?
Yeah, absolutely. But, there are some ways potentially to shorten the time to validate a new product on the line.
Let's hear the agents.
Absolutely.
Yes, Frank. It used to take around 24 months. But now, thanks to two powerful tools, the digital twin and AI, integrated into our MSAT reports, we've brought that down to just 18 months.
So 4 months less, 6 months less, sorry.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
This is thanks to the digital twin. And perhaps just a few words about that digital twin, which is enabled as well by AI. You know that when you think about the airspace industry or the automotive industry, those industries don't use prototypes to test their new products. They do that virtually. This is something that we want to do as well in the biopharma industry. And you have here on the screen, I don't know if you can see, but you have the virtual picture at the top and actually the real pictures just below, right? And our objective with the digital twin is really to simulate the transfer and the validation of this new product on the line. And thanks to the digital twin enabled by AI, plus other aspects as well, there's the opportunity to shorten the time tech transfer from 24 months down to 18 months.
That's quite impressive. Yeah, you want to continue?
Yeah, and actually, we decided actually in Sanofi to create what we call a digital accelerator, which has been inaugurated in Lyon 1 month ago, more or less. In this digital accelerator, our objective is to develop new use cases, so new applications, new tools based on AI, in order to, facilitate the performance improvement across the network.
So it's going to help to go faster again. How many do you have of these? You have one in Lyon, you said?
Oh yeah, we actually started with 2 digital accelerators in France, one for commercial operations, another one for R&D. And we saw, the tremendous impact that those accelerators had on the performance of ComOps and R&Ds. That's the reason why we decided to create another one for manufacturing and supply.
Very interesting. And what about if we come back to the concrete case?
Yeah, absolutely. So you heard across the facilities, drug substance, the filling operations, packaging, etc., we saw that it was possible to produce more. We validated another line, another filling line. So we do consider that in the warehouses that are just behind me, we have now enough doses to serve the markets that are desperately waiting for these new treatments, this new product that we want to launch. And actually, in order to deliver this final step, the allocation of doses across the markets, we developed as well another agent, which is the launch agent, which will analyze the doses that we have to see where we should allocate those doses in the countries.
Well, that's quite interesting. If we had to wrap up everything that we've said, Franck, what would it be?
Yeah, so actually, in our mind, it's clear that AI is not a technology, it's not a tool, it's not something virtual, etc. The most important thing for us is to use AI to improve the people's life, to improve public health, to accelerate the delivery of those new drugs, new vaccines, in order to improve the life of those people. That's the reason why we think that AI is useful. That's the reason why we want to deploy it at scale. And I have to say that with what we tested over the past months, you heard the agents, we are on the right trajectory to change the life of the patients eventually.
And thanks to this innovative technology that you know how to use as experts.
Absolutely.
And tell me one thing, we see some fantastic athletes, you probably recognize some of them. Why are they here, and basically why are they wearing these colors, these flags?
Yeah, so actually this is you see, it's time to tackle meningitis. We want to defeat meningitis. And in Sanofi, so we have a great vaccine against meningitis. You will find back, by the way, those colors on the car, McLaren car, which will actually run this weekend in Le Mans. So this is through the partnership, a very important symbol. We want all to defeat the meningitis disease thanks to a broader vaccination. Thanks to this vaccine, clearly we can avoid this terrible disease that unfortunately impact the teenagers. And this is for them that we do all of that. This is for them that we want to improve performance, deliver more, and strengthen the public health in the world.
And you also supported these fantastic Olympic athletes as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely,
well,
Christina.
Thank you very much. A great applause to you. Thank you, Franck. And please, don't hesitate to ask some questions. We have a little bit of time if you wish. Any questions in the audience? Well, apparently, yes, we have one question. Here.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, but bring it really close though, please.
So great transformation. I'm just interested to understand how you did it. So did you set up a specific team that had to coach the huge teams that did not know anything about it? How did you get there?
Yeah, it's a real teamwork, actually. So we have a digital team at global level, which is dedicated to manufacturing and supply. And they work with some people of the operational excellence community, some people from manufacturing and supply, in order to make sure that actually what we're going to develop is fully adapted to our needs, to the needs of the manufacturing units, to the needs of the products. This intimacy, this teamwork is essential to make sure that we can develop a use case which will be very efficient for our business. So teamwork is the master word between digital and business.
Do we have other questions in the audience? Well, you stay with us anyway a few minutes if we have some one-to-one
Yes,
question.
Christian.
Oh, well, there's an open question.
Ciao Frank, I'm Franco from Italy. And sometimes we afford the risk and the decision where to go in different countries. So regulatory and this much more undefined conditions. Because the digital twin for manufacturing, let's say, is in-house relatively easy. But do you use AI to predict if you go to China or United States or to Italy or in Switzerland?
Yeah, I mean, this kind of decision, allocation, which country, etc. So this is done by the commercial operations with marketing, regulatory affairs. So we are developing use cases as well, in order to facilitate this allocation role. This is something that we do right now. So of course, there are some geopolitical elements that right now particularly, we do assess. But yeah, this is a classical decision that we take each time we launch a new product or a new vaccine. Yeah.
One last question. Well, thank you very much again, Frank.
Thank you,
Great
Christina.
applause
Thank
to
you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Indeed, and thank you very much for being with us in this booth. Sanofi's booth is also to be discovered, so don't hesitate to go through the different corners. We have a manufacturing and supply also corridor up to the patients just behind this fantastic screen, and a lot of other innovations. Thank you very much. If you want to know more about the plant you were talking about, Modulus, it will start again at 2 p.m. Thank you very much. Enjoy your lunch. Thank you.